I am not a meth dealer. Welcome back. You are now watching part 2 of our knife series, EDC knife series. I'm sure sometime years from now we'll be doing this again. Something I wanted to mention in the last video. By no means is this a comprehensive list of what we think you should buy, but for now this is what we got, so this is what we're gonna go with. But yeah, this is just what we have, and we're kind of running you through what we've spent our hard-earned bones on.
Yeah.
For this stuff.
For real.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Kind of, yeah. We've acquired them through some means.
All legal. Legal.
Yes, legal means. We are not selling drugs. I am not a meth dealer. All right, let's get started. So let's go from low to high on the price end.
Yeah.
And let's just run through it. I'll give you a hint as to who owns these knives. The blue ones are mine. I really like blue.
I love lamp.
So our starting point here is, how much is it? $73-ish, $75?
Yeah, 78.
78. Okay, so the $70 to $80 range is where we're starting on this list, and we go all the way up to almost 200, right?
Yeah.
So why spend $70 to $200 on a pocket knife? Besides being passionate about it, which is part of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, most people, if they have a thing that they like, they will buy a nice version of that thing that you like. If you like shoes, you're gonna buy some Yeezys or whatever the folks are wearing these days. You know, but so with knives, you're gonna buy a good, nice knife that you can literally have for the rest of your life or until you see something else you want. So
yeah, and since I obviously care nothing about shoes, these things are like a year and a half old. They're nice. Are
we doing a shoe check right now?
Do you have shoes? Yeah, dude, your shoes are cool. Okay, his shoes are actually cool.
Hang on. Oh gosh, look at these suckers.
Woo!
Put me on preachers and sneakers. These are
them's dinosaurs.
Yeah. Listen, when you're 30, it's still cool to like dinosaurs.
I'm not 30, guys.
I am.
My wife's gonna say I'm almost 30.
Oof.
Because that's true.
Are you ready? So you buy a nice knife because the steel is better, the just basic quality of it is better, and
Taking my shoes off. I can't do one shoe. Okay, sorry. Go. Keep going.
You're great. So you get a lot more bang for your buck when you buy something nicer. So.
Bang for buck. Really?
Yeah.
You think you get more bang for your buck when you get nicer?
Like in a certain range. So when you're low, then you kind of get crap half the time. But when you're in this kind of section, when you buy stuff, like some of these knives I've had for 7 years. So I'll show you it's getting close to 7 years.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's do these knives.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah. We've been recording the whole time. Okay. So we're going to start. What is the first knife?
This is your knife.
Oh, because I go for the cheap, expensive these. See, I specifically broke up this cheap and expensive one, so this knife would be in the expensive category.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a nice better.
Such a good knife. It is the Spyderco Delica.
Boom.
Dun, 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 dun. Love it. These are real knives, so you will see real wear, real tear.
Yeah, and in my case, real tape residue.
Yeah. Such a good knife.
Some nicks. And that's because I use 9 knives as a screwdriver, as I mentioned in the past video. He's going to hate me for this.
Use a multi-tool.
You've owned this knife before, no? Or no, you haven't.
I have not.
You've never owned a Delica?
No. I skipped it. It's a great... If you want a first good knife that you want to buy, get a Delica. It's for... The pocket clip can be lefty, righty, tip up, tip down, all that stuff. The lock is super solid. You're not going to accidentally disengage it and cut your pinky off. The thumb hole is great for opening. The blade shape is amazing. It's a full flat ground blade. It's VG10 steel, so this comes from Seki City, Japan. It's a good knife. It's a good steel.
Yeah. And I know some people are going to say, including me at first, well, I used to. I'd be like, it's not American. But, dude...
Seki City.
The Japanese are good at making things.
It's VG10. So VG10 for me, in my experience, has been a blade steel that holds up. If you do get a nick in it, it is extremely easy to kind of reprofile that and kind of get it out a little bit. So
Yeah, and this knife. So this is a backlock. Yeah,
Yes.
It's kind of like the old school Buck 110 grandpa knife.
Yeah.
But what makes it cool is the backlock isn't all the way at the, like, what do you call it? The butt.
Yeah.
The end.
the end of the knife,
Which makes this impossible to close one-handed. It's just, unless you want to chop your fingers off.
Yeah.
Which some people might want to do. I don't know. We're some weird people out there. But this one, it moved it up a little bit, which really, it's all the Spyderco knives are like this.
Yeah.
But it allows you to close it one-handed if you're careful. I have cut myself a few times doing this because I was learning.
It's not really you don't really own a knife until it just cut you.
Until it nicks you a little bit.
Honestly.
But yeah, you just do that, close it one-handed.
Yeah.
Easy. Some people do it way slicker than that. Like, do you have a trick?
No, you just kind
no.
of bring the gravity down onto it.
Yeah.
and
So you just push this in
flick
right
it
here,
closed.
hold it, flick down, put your finger all the way up at the top so the flat part here that's not sharp
Yeah.
hits your finger, not the sharp bitey bits, because these knives come really sharp.
Yes,
Out of the
they are
box.
so sharp.
That's
One of the sharpest.
Yeah, that's the other thing about it. Nicer knives you'll buy, they'll come very sharp and they'll stay sharp for a while, right?
Absolutely.
Like
you do
the-
tend to stay sharp for a long time.
Yeah.
In my experience.
Yeah. So like with those cheaper knives we talked about earlier in the last video, they will come very sharp. Kershaw's come very sharp. They cut paper, but they won't stay that way for very long.
I think Spyderco is the sharpest in my experience.
Really?
Of stuff that comes out of box. Sharper than
Benchmade.
Benchmade. Oh yeah, I feel like I've gotten some Benchmades that haven't been that
No,
sharp.
what's the brand? The sharpest knife I've ever opened out of the box. The fixed blade that comes in like the plastic sleeve that I always keep in my car.
Mora.
Mora knives are freaking sharp. Oh my gosh.
they are.
I accidentally cut myself with. I didn't even think I touched the blade. My finger was just bleeding.
That's the same with the Openo that you saw in the last video.
Really?
Those get, because they're so thin, they just
Yeah. Oh, I bet it's the grind.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a great knife.
Great
Amazing.
knife. I wear it. We'll roll in some clips pouch wears in the pocket. That's the only thing I'm not a fan of this knife. This much sticks out of your pocket when you're holding it.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I'm a deep carry guy. But hey,
I don't care.
I carry this knife almost every day over all the other knives that I have, so that says a lot about it. And I actually I recommended a knife to a friend for the first time, a coworker. I gave him a bunch of different options. This is the most expensive option that I gave him, and you know what one he went with? An orange version of the Delica. You can get these in any color,
The
by
orange
the way.
is great.
Yeah, you'll see an orange one soon. Not Delica, but yeah. All right, great knife. We need to stop talking about that and move on to something else.
There it is. All right. As you saw in the other video, I love Victorinox. I don't know why. So this one is the Spartan PS model, which I think stands for polyspectral. Basically, it's got this really amazing black heart type like metal that's all on the inside of it, and it is just so awesome. It does feel extremely premium. It's like my Stormtrooper knife, it's like black and white and stuff.
Oh, I get it.
So, yeah, I mean, you got your everything that you have on the classics, Swiss Army knife. So yeah, you got your screwdriver, flat Phillips blade. What is that? Can opener, bottle opener. Yeah. It's your standard set. I really wish that this model had, instead of the secondary blade, that it had a file.
No file. Honestly,
I'm carrying my keys around that have the file on my little Swiss Army SD model. So this is great because it has a little screwdriver you can buy and put it in your corkscrew. These corkscrews, I didn't really think I'd use it that much. Honestly, if you ever have a knot that is tied too tight, this gets the knot out.
Oh, see, I would have just thought it was used for Schwasty Wednesdays.
This is...
Oh, a weapon.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
Oh.
Not that. Not a weapon.
These are tools, people.
Tools.
But that would take your eye right out.
I mean, and this thing comes with a reamer too, so that, I mean, you've got...
Man. Oh.
Anyway, so it could be used in self-defense in a last, ditch kind of a thing. But these things get knots out. I literally got a knot out today that was like too tight for my fingers, so I pulled it in here. So I got it with a little Tech suspension clip, and that keeps it upright in your pocket, and I consider it a pocket knife I mean, it goes in your pocket, but it also has
it's a clip.
now.
Yeah, and you didn't have to drill into it.
Yeah, I didn't have to drill in this one. It's so pretty though. I don't want to hurt this one.
Still has the tweezers.
Yep, you get tweezers. You get the toothpick.
Tweezers are the best.
Yeah, it's such a good knife. Like that's the knife that I carry when I'm like, lounging around the house, or I mean, want to be light.
The way I see it, these Victorinox knives, they're for super practical dudes.
Yep.
Who just want to have a tool they can always keep in their pocket, and you don't want to carry around like a Leatherman in your pocket all the time because they're heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are great.
So I don't know if we mentioned the last price on the other one. $78 for
the Delica. It's a Delica 4.
Yeah. Yep. That one is the Spartan PS. So that one comes in at $79. That one is going to be a little bit more expensive than your normal Spartan. The Spartan's like the kind of the original, like the OG Swiss Army knife. So
OG.
Yeah, but like that one is just so good. So these are a little bit pricier, but it is well worth it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I might need to pick one of these up.
It's so good.
This seems like a really good tool, actually. Scissors. Does it have scissors?
Nope, no scissors. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of the 91 millimeter ones, yeah, so it's bigger.
But it's an acceptable thinness.
The length.
It's not that much thicker than Delica.
2 ounces for it.
So 2 ounces. That's pretty light.
Very nice. Very light.
Wow.
So you can carry around 2.5 of those and have your cryo.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. All right, what's next?
So this is the Spyderco Endura. So if you like small knives, or big knives, we've got options for both of you. And so the Delica is the smaller version. This here is the Endura. And it's a big knife.
You have a lot of big knives.
I love big knives. Why would you want to carry around like a little knife,
If you compared our collections, a common theme would appear very quickly. My knives are all around 3-inch blades. Your knives are
a little over. You 3.5,
a little over.
3 3/4,
Over. How long was that Skyline?
What? 3 3/4, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty long. That's a big boy.
Yeah. So this guy is great. You get all the same features that you have on the other, on the Delica, just a little bit bigger.
Size comparison. Yeah, obviously a longer blade.
Yep, 3.75.
Longer handle.
Still VG10. I love, so that handle is the bidirectional grip on their handle. So you get this, there's 2 directions. See how it is ramped up on the one side and then ramped backwards on the other side?
Oh yeah, that's how the Delica is.
Yeah. So you get traction both ways.
Very grippy.
Yes,
yeah. Super
grippy, but it won't tear up your pocket. I've owned that one for probably 3 years, the orange one, and it's still super great.
Yeah, and that's something worth mentioning, I guess. I forgot about that. It is very grippy, but it doesn't. The look of it at first turned me off, honestly, because it's kind of weird looking. It looks kind of scaly.
Yeah. It looks a little cheap. You got to see it in person.
Yeah, and it looks plasticky, but these are really high quality, and you will not slip off of this.
Yep.
Your hands could be real slippery from doing something real gross.
My hands are clammy all the time.
Oh, okay.
And I have no problem.
It's great. But yeah, your hands could be very, very wet. What's that John Wick line?
Textured grips should your hands get wet.
He's picking out guns, and he's like, even when your hands are wet. Yeah, this is good. This is very big.
It's
I don't think I've ever held this.
So if you want to carry a knife that you don't know what you're going to be doing, you could be doing food prep. You could be my kids used to love apples cut up for a short period of time when we would travel with apples, and I was like,
healthy.
I have to I'd like to just cut all the way through an apple without having to go all the way around it like a watermelon,
Yeah, I give my kid Cheetos, so I mean.
We'll work on that.
About that. I'm a new dad. Give me a break.
Yeah,
I'm not serious. I give my kid healthy food.
Yeah, of course.
Gianna,
of course
please.
You do.
It's a joke.
So that one has a 4-way pocket clip. You can put it. That's all right. I'll resharpen it later.
See, I would freak out because I have no idea how to sharpen my knives. Yeah. Oh, the other thing about these I really like, the handles are super ergonomic.
Yes.
Like, you can get a really good grip on this.
I find with that one, it gives you a bunch of different grips that you can do. So you can bring back a little bit, you can choke up on it, you can even reverse it if you want to. I don't know who uses a reverse grip on a knife. It's for EDC, guys. Come on.
Yeah, well, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that for?
I don't know. They do it in movies. Okay, so... Yeah. So if we're talking, if you're like, oh, I really don't want a backlock, type knife. If you are really into the liner lock or the compression lock or, all the other locks we're going to see.
Keep going.
Okay, bye. So one thing you're going to see with these is there's tons of ways to open this thing. You could bring it out slowly. You could flick it out. You could do the Spidey drop, which people love to do. And once you break these suckers in, you can actually use like the momentum of a swing and just kind of flick it out. So you're going to hurt yourself.
Not broken in, apparently.
No, so there's tons of ways to open these things. And, yeah, a lot of people put them tip down, a lot of Spydercos, so that when you reach in the pocket, as soon as you come out, your hand's already on here, and you can do the little flippy flip.
Never tried that.
So
maybe I should try that.
I just like tip up carry. So.
I can do that with mine.
Yeah,
that's pretty
beautiful. These things are $82-ish.
And
multiple colors.
Honestly, I do. The Spyderco knives are a good deal. Like they're cheap for what you're getting. Honestly, I love this thing. Yeah, I need to stop talking about it. What you got next?
Okay, so if we talk about knives in general, EDC stuff, you have to have like a multi-tool. I mean, like, you gotta have a multi-tool.
Yeah. Well, Victorinox is kind of a multi-tool.
Yes. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
But, okay, so this is like the Grandmaster multi-tool. This is like if you want to go out in the fields, de-shoe your horse... Yeah, fix a fence.
Yeah, if you want something that you could leave and know that you could pretty much tackle any type of situation, you want to go for the Leatherman. And the Wave is kind of the deal. And I mean, like the new ones now, they've just released the free series, and they are going to be more expensive than these.
Easier opening, right? They've
redone their whole design, and it's amazing. But these are still tried and true. Leatherman Wave. You've got all of
saw. Is that a saw?
Yeah. Well, it's a serrated. You want to roll through all of these up close?
Oh my gosh! I can try.
You gonna hurt yourself?
No, I'm not gonna hurt myself. Oh my god!
So you've got the full serrated blade.
Saw.
No, the saw's coming up.
Oh,
it's a serrated blade.
Okay, serrated blade.
Yeah,
serrated
blade. The next one right there. See the little nick on the end? Little finger nick right there. Right there. That is your saw.
Oh, yeah, that's a saw.
And super great. All of these are locking, so it's kind of like a liner lock.
Oh, so you have to actually release it to this?
It's a liner lock right close to the pivot.
What?
Right here. Oh. You see it? Look on the inside. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Push that.
Man, you don't have one of these.
And then it closes. No. Okay, that's
these
nice.
Are great.
That's a nice feature over the Victorinox. And honestly over the older Leathermans. I have a very old Leatherman. It doesn't do that.
Yeah. So all of these are locking.
It'll just chop your fingers off.
Yeah, not with these ones. These are great. So you get all of the outside ones are locking. Actually, all of them are locking. All the inside ones too. So yeah, so you got the two on that side that you just did. There's the plain blade.
Oh, that's a nice blade, actually.
It is. I don't like using it because it doesn't stay sharp very long.
I can see there's nicks in it.
And I rolled the edge on that. I straight up rolled the edge on it.
Dude, roll the edge.
I don't know what I was doing.
You probably can't see it here. It's not really focusing, but
the blade literally is like this. I hit something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you can resharpen it.
Win some, you lose some.
They have an amazing warranty on them too. So, like, I snapped one of the smaller inside components off, and I sent it to them, and they put a new one on, sent it back to me. So, that's a file, super great. I've actually used it quite a lot.
The real trick with these, open it up. Yeah. Full size pair of pliers.
Love it.
Of needle nose.
Yeah. Yep. And these are not the ones that have like the replaceable like wire cutters, but they do have the next step up in price get you those replaceable ones. So the other thing I will say about this Wave, this design.
Okay, real quick.
What?
How do you get these inside guys out?
You gotta like use your fingers. You got fingernails?
See, this is. Oh my, so there's a bunch of crap in here. on both sides. There's a lot of stuff. I mean,
There is.
maybe I'll put up the spec sheet of what it has.
Yeah, it's
real
got a
quick.
lot of things.
It's a lot. And that's what they improved in the new ones. Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of just press on the outside of it and it pops out. So the scissors here, they're not huge, but they are helpful if you need to cut something. I've like had to cut my fingernail in like a quick situation,
yeah.
and I'll use that to cut it, and then I'll use the file, the diamond file.
Oh yeah, to grind it down.
Yep.
That's a clever way to get your scissors
store it.
to store.
Yep.
It kind of flips around and then goes down in there.
Yeah, you got it.
There's a bunch of other stuff in there. I'm not going to run through it. all.
That's fine.
Most people aren't going to want to carry this in their pocket. This is heavy.
It's 8.5 ounces.
So this is more of a backpack tool, like a backpacker's tool, or a lot of them come with leather sheaths, right? Or some sort of sheath.
Some of them come with like the knit
Canvas, yeah.
What's that called?
I don't know, man. They come with sheaths. You can hang on your belt if you're real serious about it. I keep mine just in its pouch in my bag.
Nylon.
There you go.
Nylon sheath.
So I just keep mine's an old one, so it has a leather sheath.
Okay, so
but
I mean, I know you said that this is big. It actually has a space right there that you can put a pocket clip on it.
what?
Yeah, see that little gap? So you put a tiny it
Gap
comes
right
with a pocket clip. You can just put it straight in there and then rock that thing in your pocket. 8.5 ounces of goodness.
Wow, that's a lot. I don't think I'd do that. Benchmade bug out.
Woo!
This knife's pretty cool.
It's so good. I love it.
Benchmade's another really good brand when you get up. This one is American. This is American made.
Yeah.
Right here in America.
It made a lot of people turn their heads when it first came out. It was like unavailable, for quite some time.
Yeah, this was sold out for a very long time, anywhere, everywhere.
But now it's not.
Yeah, now
Life
you can
is
find
good.
it pretty much everywhere, and it's one of the cheaper Benchmades actually, which is why I bought it.
Yeah.
That combined with super light. Do you have how light it
I think
is?
it's like 1.8 ounces.
1.8, less
So
than
good.
2.
You get a really good
So
steel.
less than this.
Yeah. About the same size, though.
Yeah, about the
I
same
mean-
size. The blade's a little longer. How long is the blade? 3.25 inches.
3.24.
3.24 inch blade. Deep carry pocket clip, which is really nice actually, and not super common in Benchmade knives.
Yeah. Usually
It
they
didn't
have
used
a
to be
different.
anyway.
Yeah. They have a different one that they put on a lot of their other ones, and
Yeah.
it's great. Disappears. So
This one disappears in your pocket. It has a lanyard hole. It has blue spacers, which is kind of cool. We haven't really talked about spacers because none of these knives have had them yet.
details.
Yeah, nice anodized blue spacers. Ugh. It's got the access lock, which is something we haven't talked about yet because it's a Benchmade exclusive. So this little stud right here, you pull it back, and the blade it just kind of goes free and in. So these you can get really fast at these.
Yeah.
You just pull it out,
Do a
whip it
little
out, and then whip it back in.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, so with that, it feels premium.
Yeah.
You do feel that like it is a great tiny little knife. Not a lot of metal in it. So if you are just afraid, or you just like steel in your knives or whatever, and you just go get a Cold Steel or something.
Big Cold Steel. There
And
you go. You heard
I
it here.
Yeah, these ones, that's super great. I love it.
Yeah. It is a great knife. It is very, very light, and that's the main thing. The one thing that I have noticed, and I think that this is people's main complaint about this knife, in their pursuit to be light, you probably can't see, but inside it's kind of like a honeycomb pattern in there.
Yep.
And these are like glass filled nylon,
Fiberglass reinforced nylon.
Grivery, I don't know.
Foran.
Yeah, something like that. It's some sort of scale, like plasticky scales. They do feel plasticky. They sound plasticky.
Glass-filled nylon.
Glass-filled
Yeah, there
nylon.
you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
It does feel plasticky, and it does flex some, but that's all in the pursuit of losing weight, and it's not going to break on you. I've beat the crap out of this thing.
Did you baton with it?
I've not batoned with this. If you don't know what batoning is, I might roll in a clip, or I might just let you go look it up yourself.
Yeah.
It's basically when you use a knife to split wood or do something else that's very axe-ish by putting the knife on it and then beating it with something very heavy on the blunt end.
Yeah. Something you should
To
never
drive
do
the knife through.
with a folding.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it with
Don't
folding
do that.
knives.
So that's a super great knife. Comes in what? I think Amazon has it for $104.
That's
right
really
now?
cheap, actually. You should buy that.
Yeah, it's great.
Go to the link down below. Buy this knife. But yeah, Benchmade Bug Out. Great knife. What's
Love it.
next?
So this is one of the knives I was saying, this is the one I've probably had for the longest. It was my first, like, I'm gonna buy a really, really nice knife. And that is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And this thing has been reviewed, like, the most out of any decent knife. This thing is just amazing. It's been, I think, is in my pocket for 7 years. Not consistently, because I have these other ones, but...
So another Spyderco. Spyderco is on this list a lot. Spyderco and Benchmade are like the big two for
nice,
expensive, nice knives.
Yeah, factory.
Yeah, and they're factory. And this has a different lock. Tell us about that.
So it's a compression lock. It's on the top. It kind of folds in. If your knife blade looks like this, the lock kind of slides into it, so it's trapped it in all different directions, and it has amazing action. Once you work it in, you can kind of close it, open it one-handed. You can open it by releasing the compression lock on it. This one's
worked into the point where I can just push this and it just folds.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
These things get so good. The blade centering is still perfect. The steel is CPM S30V, I think. And American made in Colorado. Flow-through pillar construction. Skeletonized handles.
This one, that's interesting.
So good.
This one just has a normal silver metal and then a black standoff. Cool.
So these things run, I mean,
G10
around handle? Yes, yep, G10. Well, you'll get those for around 120 to 150, depending on what kind you get.
Yeah, very cool.
I love it. It's so good. You can hold it back a little bit. You can choke up on it. It's just a really, really useful blade shape. I love it, man. Such a good knife.
Great knife. And for those of us who don't know what G10 is, just a nice grippy material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's a good material. It's not plastic. It looks like plastic, but it does not feel like plastic.
Nope.
No. Cool.
Love it.
Oh, and yeah, the belt clip on this one can be anywhere. That's the one thing that I don't know if Benchmade in general looks like, but this knife, this can only be tip up carry. So you can't put the clip on this end. It has to be on this end.
Yep, tip up only. I think there's a couple that are 4 ways, but a lot of some of these are just only tip up.
All right. All right, and last but not least, show me. Yes.
This is the Benchmade 940.
I have wanted this knife for so long. I didn't even know about this until I came over to your house one day and you just whipped out your knife collection. No, you had this in your pocket.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And I felt it. I opened it. And then I closed it. And then I was like, I need this knife.
Yeah, it's so good.
How much is it? This is why I don't have it.
It's like $180-ish, 180, 190.
Yeah. So this is the most expensive one we have on this list. This is just the 940. There's a few different versions of this, yeah?
Base model 940.
Yeah. So this one's green. It's like a satin.
Yeah, it's like a matte. It's aluminum handle.
Okay, so it's like a satin finished aluminum handle. It's got like a really cool. I don't know if you can see it, but the liner in the back. Backspacer. Yeah. It's like
purple.
It's like a purpled steel.
So good.
It's really cool. This has the Axis lock, but this is like the Axis lock on the Bug Out's good. This is the Axis lock.
Yeah.
This is the one to compare them all to, especially after you've owned it for a little bit, as this one has been worked in. Really cool blade shape, also.
Yeah, it's super great. This is like a reverse Tonto, so the Tonto is on the backside of it. Just a really sleek. If you need to put other stuff in your pocket that you put your knife in, like this is a very thin, like kind of stay out of the way thing that'll hug the inside of your pocket, and then like you can put other stuff in there. So that how I feel about that is how I feel about this too. Like these two knives, they open super well. They're always like the blade centering is perfect on them. They feel great. These, and I mean like you'll go on the forums and they are like it's always like, should I buy a PM2 or should I buy the 940? And like I bought this first because that was like way more expensive, but I ended up getting both of them and I still love them so much equally. So
These are the creme de la creme
So good.
of factory made knives. One thing, and it makes me kind of nervous about this. It doesn't pass through, so it does get kind of gunky in there. Yeah.
yeah, depending on
you just
what
blow
you
it
carry
out.
in there with your.
Q-tips. That's true. My knives get real gunky in my pocket. I don't know. I have some extra linty pockets, but the Dash 1 and the Dash 2 both could take it to a spacer design.
Do they?
I believe.
I did not know that.
So they're pass through.
Nice.
I think. But yeah, this knife, amazing. The 940. Yeah, a lot of people have these, and I feel like once you have one of these,
Yeah.
it's hard to not have one.
Right. I mean, if you
Like,
don't,
even if you don't carry it every day, you just can't
Yeah.
not go back. You can't go back to not having one of these.
if you don't lose things, and you
Ah.
take care of your stuff, like that knife will last you forever.
Forever.
So good.
Bold statement. Really good steel on this.
Yeah.
Axis lock.
It's-
It's not a deep carry clip, but it doesn't stick out that far, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not, and then because it kind of tapers at the top, like
Right.
it's not noticeable. So
Yeah.
and you're gonna get the same steel as the Paramilitary 2, which is the S30V. So
Awesome.
Great.
I think that about wraps it up. I hope the camera's still recording. If it's not, we'll pick it up somewhere. Oh
got
yeah,
anything?
you have one. So okay, just for reference, this is what I usually carry in my pocket. I was gonna whip it out and be all cool. What are you carrying right now?
Well, okay, so we're talking about EDC knives. This is sort of EDC, but not really EDC if you're like a normal person that carries just pocket knives in your pocket. This is the Essie Izula, the Izula 2.
That's what's different about that.
The Izula 1 is just a little bit shorter.
No, I mean like what?
Oh, what is different about the knife? It
Yeah.
doesn't fold.
Oh, it's a fixed blade.
It doesn't fold.
It's skinning deers and
This-
climbing trees.
Oh man, but if you can carry a fixed blade in real life, it kind of makes you really cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Makes
say
you a
it.
cool guy.
Yeah, so this is great. I love this knife.
Awesome. Little bonus. How much is this?
Backpack. $90.
Yes, this is a great backpacker's knife. Super. It's actually really light. Got awesome handles. I've never carried around a fixed blade, but this would probably be the one I did if I were. So cool. That is it.
Love it.
Pocket knives are awesome. They're very useful. They're great tools. I hope you enjoyed this series. These are really long videos. I understand that. If you watched to the end, thank you a lot. But yeah, please like and subscribe. If you want more stuff like this, let me know in the comments. If you hate these long videos and you just want some short stuff, I don't care. I'm probably gonna keep making long ones, but I will make shorter ones if that's what you want. So yeah. Until next time, thanks for joining. This is Derek with Dex EDC, and I'm on this channel, so I don't need to plug myself. Later.
Bye.